All right, let's move on to the next topic.
All right, the next topic comes to us from Martin Russell. He says, without question, one of the upcoming movies I'm most looking forward to is Denis Villeneuve's take on Dune. You and me both, brother. With Timothee Chalamet and Rebecca Ferguson already in the movie, the cast is already fantastic. Tonight, I also found out that Dave Bautista has joined. I'm a little conflicted. I like Bautista, but he's not the best actor in the world. Why did he get this role? Should this make me worry about the movie? What do you think, John?
Interesting thing. You mentioned that Dave Bautista is not the greatest actor in the world. You know who's the first person who will tell you that? Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
He'll be the first guy to tell you that. One of the reasons I love this guy so much. You hear a lot of these Hollywood people, even the ones who break into it recently, and they're like, I deserve to be here. Whenever I've talked to Dave Bautista, it's always been, man, every day I wake up, I got to pinch myself that I get to be in the movies, man.
Right.
He goes, somebody with my background, I'm just going to keep working hard, be grateful for these opportunities. It's so refreshing to hear somebody talk like that. But what Dave Bautista has benefited from is he has put himself in a number of projects where the director knows how to accentuate their strengths and hide their weaknesses. Look at Guardians of the Galaxy. In the hands of a James Gunn, Dave Bautista has a very limited range of what he can do as an actor, but there are a few things he can really nail. And James Gunn just exploited those, nailed on those things that he did well, while never putting him in a position to expose that required a lot of thespianism,
right,
to expose his weaknesses, and he came across as great. Now, let's not forget, Dave Bautista just worked with Denis Villeneuve in the Blade Runner film, and he did the exact same thing as James Gunn did. Put Dave Bautista in a position where you can highlight the things he's learned to do well and don't expose those sides of him that can't do something well. If he can do the same thing in a Dune, Dave Bautista can bring something really special to this movie, and you got tremendous acting talent across the aisle from him in a Timothée Chalamet and a Rebecca Ferguson. I would say at this point, in the hands of a director like Denis, I would say there is nothing to worry about at this point. What do you think?
Well, I think if you know Dune, if you've read the book, right off the top of my head, there's a character named the Beast Raban, who's he's perfect for that role. He's part of the Harkonnens. He's a bad dude. He was sort of shortchanged in the David Lynch version. There's not a lot of him in it, but there's so many great roles. I mean, Dune is truly a huge ensemble cast. And if you watch, there were 3 Blade Runner 2049 short films that were made. Like they did these 3 shorts.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And he stars in one.
I didn't see that one. I saw the one with Jared Leto.
He's really good.
Oh, okay.
Like he really, I thought he was great. You see more of Sapper Morton before, obviously, the opening scene in 2049.
Right.
But he's really good. And I think, again, like you pointed out, it's you play to an actor's strengths. And I think, look, Bautista is a presence, man. He's on camera.
That's a great way to put it.
And
He's got
he
presence.
is a presence.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that magical something. I mean, his face, the camera loves him. The way he moved. Don't count out his performance in Blade Runner 2049. I know it's only at the beginning, but he really brought soul to, spoiler alert, a replicant.
Right.
He was really good.
Yeah. And again, in the hand of the right director. Now, look, do you make Dave Bautista Paul Atreides? Do you make him the lead character of your giant epic? No, you don't. But in the hand of the right director, in the right supporting role, a guy who's got, I love the way you phrase that, the presence. A guy who's got a presence like Dave Bautista. Denis Villeneuve can make something really good out of that.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, Patrick Stewart played Gurney Halleck.
Yes.
In who is basically teaching Paul Atreides the way of war.
Right.
You know, and he teaches him how to use the weirding modules and everything. And why couldn't Bautista play a much fiercer, like scary version of Gurney Halleck, who's teaching Paul how to fight?
How intimidating would that be, though? Step in the shoes of Patrick Stewart.
That would
That'd
be
be a
rough.
little intimidating.
But again, you're changing up the character. So
Yeah.
you're not doing, and you make that guy a fearsome warrior, and he comes back because Gurney, ends up with the Fremen as well. He comes back. Spoiler alert. But yeah, he could do that too.
Yeah. Long and the short of it here is this. No, I don't think there's anything here to worry about.
No.
I really don't. Not
I
at this
can't
point.
wait for this movie, dude.
Oh,
This
God,
is
are
number
you
one
kidding
with
me?
a bullet for me.
And how long has he been developing this thing? Like
Oh.
he has been. It's now been years that he's been trying to develop this thing and get this thing going. Again, it would be a different conversation if Denis Villeneuve came out and announced that Dave Bautista is going to be his lead character,
Right.
and he's got to carry the movie.
All Atreides as Dave Bautista.
that would be a different discussion. But something like this, honestly, I don't think there's anything to worry about.